Hi everyone, welcome to the Fighting Dementia Podcast. We're a podcast focused on people who are living with the condition in the early to middle stages and focused on people that are supporting people living with dementia. And I'm Leon.
Hi, I'm Tom. I was diagnosed with dementia 8 years ago and I'm just trying to help people the best I can with this podcast.
Welcome everyone, and we're lucky to be joined again by Meryl and Dawn. Hi guys, how you doing?
Hi.
You right?
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce yourselves?
So I'm Meryl. I'm Dawn's wife.
Cool.
I'm Dawn.
Hi Dawn. And you were diagnosed with posterior
Cortical atrophy.
A couple of years ago, was it?
Yeah.
A couple of years ago.
Ish.
2 years anniversary on Valentine's Day for the actual doctor.
For the actual diagnosis
psychologist
part
giving
of it.
you the,
Great. And we talked a bit about that whole diagnosis journey and what you guys are doing. So I thought it'd be good to catch up with you and see how it's been going since the last episode, and if anything new's come on or nothing new's come on. And are you still doing the music therapy? You still learning the trombone?
Yeah.
How's that going?
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Getting better?
So something matters as long as you're happy, doesn't it?
To keep going back and relearning it
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
We had at Christmas, because I think she was played your trombone first, our friend's little girl. She had to go on Dawn's trombone and got music out of it straight away. So anyway, now she's playing the cornet with our tutor, and our friend Chris, who's got us all into it, really, didn't he, Chris? And anyway, so she organised for us all to do a session, our last lesson together, all of us, and another fella who has a lesson after us. And so we're all in this room playing. So Ismini's nearly 7.
Yeah.
She's 7 in a few weeks. And all of us all playing together. It was really good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really good fun. I mean, Ismini is so good.
Yeah. It's a big thing that we talk about is, we're trying to learn about all the different things that you can do to fight progression of the disease, and learning new skills is like a really big one. And, it's great that you're keeping that up. Is there any other skills or things that you work on outside of the trombone and the music stuff?
Not at the moment.
No.
We had a big adventure reorganising the kitchen,
Okay.
which
Don't mention the kitchen.
turned out to be,
IKEA. Whoever thought of IKEA? It's just ridiculous.
5 drawers, putting 5 drawers together, and then I couldn't get them to fit, so I was on the phone to IKEA trying to get them to fit, and it's
Like
a
3
massive
days.
cupboard.
So that was a big project.
With a theory to it being, it's a big cupboard with all drawers in,
Yeah.
so that then you can open the drawer and see everything that's in it, so that
Yeah.
Dawn can then, because the other cupboards we had were quite high and everything was at them, even cooking and something just getting the stuff out was a big trauma, never mind trying to measure everything and all of that.
Basically, she wants me to do all the cooking, don't you?
So not true. And it was so fitting it together, and doing all that, it was a lot. And I think it's those kinds of things that you think, we rebuilt our house, didn't we, together, really. We did everything in there. Well, we
did,
we
yeah.
probably said the last time we built a cellar from nothing and did all of that. And just remind you then, how things are not easy anymore, and just the amount of time things take.
Yeah.
And I think that adjusting for time, I was thinking that when I was coming around, making sure we're here, and then I was always late. I always got told off by my mum without being late. I was always late, always have been late. And we have to really adjust and think that you got to even think before you leave it's half an hour, and all that readjusting of where you live your life, that you've done it for. We're knocking on now.
It changes.
60, yeah. That just funny little things like that you have to adjust. That that sort of come up, and then you think, oh God, yeah, I probably need to do that now. Probably need to do that now. Probably don't need to decide to reorganise the kitchen. Dawn had an idea that we would redecorate the house because we haven't done it for 10 years. Don't think we're going to do that, do you?
It's only painting. Not all of it either. I did the kitchen.
And our bedroom, because it was after doing our bedroom.
Yeah. Is routine important for you, Dawn?
No, I'm not bothered about routine.
No, not bothered.
No.
And what about for you, Tom?
I think I need a routine. Like going to work, doing that, it just keeps me going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Having a routine. Like over Christmas, didn't have to go to work much. So I'd have my sauce up early. So, yeah, I love a routine.
Yeah, because that whole change can affect, well, all sorts of people. Like I've got ADHD, and because there was a lot of, seeing family, seeing friends, visiting here, going there, my routines went out the window, and then my life just turned into a bit of chaos because of didn't manage all of that really well. So it really taught me this Christmas, I've got to have a set routine, otherwise it's all going to go out the window. But it doesn't affect, you don't see it in that way, Dawn, in terms of you're not too fussed.
I can't keep ahead. That's the thing.
As in you can't keep up with the plans, or?
Because I can't tell the time. I'm like timeless, really.
So you don't worry about it too much?
Well, I can't, otherwise I'll go mad.
That makes sense.
Trying to keep up with this and keeping up with that, and
Yeah.
I don't know what day it is every day.
Yeah.
So
there's no point worrying about it
No.
because it's not going to achieve anything anyway.
no.
Does that mean that you focus more on the present and what's going on in the moment?
Yeah, I try to,
Yeah.
but I mean, because we always have to be on a schedule, I feel like I'm always being pulled here and there and everywhere.
Because you're
I mean,
not.
that's my perception of it anyway.
Yeah. Because the plans aren't in your mind. So because you're so in the present, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm doing this now, and I've got to go here now, as opposed to thinking, oh, I'm doing this tomorrow, and sort of mentally preparing for it or whatever.
It's like just making a cup of tea. All the things you have to go through to make a cup of tea is difficult, I have to think really hard about all the things you have to do in the right order to make a cup of tea every day.
And are you still cooking? Because you mentioned last time that you were still cooking.
I made a nice chili yesterday.
Yeah, it was nice.
Nice. And is that a lot of effort to plan and prepare to do that chili and then to cook it and stuff?
Parts of it were, yeah.
So there's parts that you find easy and then parts that are difficult.
Yeah.
I can't follow a recipe.
No.
No, I find it that
So I don't
difficult.
bother cooking much now.
Yeah.
It's all over to the boss. It's easier.
Did you cook?
Yeah, I
Like
used to
to
love it.
cook?
Yeah. Yeah. But I just can't follow recipes anymore. So if I just throw anything in, you see. My stuff is spice. But Manny and Karen don't like spice. 'Cause that's the only thing I can taste.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that quite a bit on the show in terms of looked at some dementia cookbooks and things that you can eat. And a lot of them were focused on things that are healthy for your brain, but weren't necessarily easy to follow recipes and also weren't necessarily focused on taste and flavour. Do you struggle with taste and flavour, or is it all still there?
No,
It's all still there.
I'm fine with that.
Because it's fascinating, different types
Yeah.
of dementia is totally different in terms of the things that you experience, and yours is obviously different again, Dawn, because you focus with what's it called, depth perception, is it? And
Yeah.
Well, vision all round. isn't it?
What's it called?
Spatial awareness.
Spatial awareness, yes. I haven't got any.
You're not the only one. I'm like that and all.
And we talked last time about like groups and stuff like that. Are you still attending community groups? Do you still find that useful in terms of connecting with other people?
Well, with the, what they're called?
Sedgemoor.
Sedgemoor. Yeah, we go to the Sedgemoor once a month, is it? Once a month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And then to the Tide, which is nice with the lunch after as well. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you met many other people with young onset who've got the same type of dementia that you've got?
No.
No.
No, we did join the.
It's a rare.
We joined the Rare
It's a rare
Dementia
dementia.
Society. I don't think that's. I can't remember what it's called. It's
I
something.
think it might be.
Oh,
I
is
think that's
it?
it. I think you're
Might
right.
be that. Good big plug for them. But everything's in London or sort of online, and all of that is not attractive to us really. But talking to one of the people from there came to Sedgemoor, and her husband had
Had
the same thing, didn't he?
Yeah.
And so you were talking to her. So that would be a forum, but when we've had emails and that have come through, everything's been in London, so it's not your favourite place in the world, London, is it?
And how's travelling for you? Do you mind travelling to different places? Because you said over Christmas you've been to Stoke and London, and how do you find travelling and visiting different places?
Difficult.
Difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot, doesn't it?
It takes a lot out of me, yeah.
I think that's what we find, some of the new things you're finding when you're planning things, they sound like a good idea, and then only when you're in the middle of it and think, actually, it's quite a lot. Having said that, we're planning to go to America. So.
Oh, wow.
I did think, after we went to Athens, we're not doing cities anymore.
Right.
We've well travelled. We've been to London, and we went to. This is where you feel like we've not.
We went to London twice, didn't we?
No. Well, we did two things in London. We stayed in two places in London, so we did a lot when we were there.
Twice, yeah, in my group.
Yeah, two plays. We were very cultured, and museum. We were very cultured. And then we went to Tenerife as well. But that's, my brother lives there, so...
I feel tired just thinking about it.
Yeah.
And is that how it affects you mainly, or does it affect your mood as well, or do you just literally feel exhausted?
Yeah, just feel tired.
Just tired, yeah. And
It
then,
is, and we do... If we were talking, I suppose, before about finding things to do. And, one of the things is that you've got to have space, haven't you, where there's nothing to do. And sometimes, so I'll do things and not be in and say, you've got nothing to do today. That's it. I'm going out. Me and the dog will go for a walk. Or so there's times when you need to not do anything, isn't there? Working that all out is the tricky thing, really.
yeah.
I get told to do nothing, but I just don't listen. I don't know why. I just
What do you do?
whatever Madeline tells me to.
You're shy at that.
There's usually a shopping list somewhere or a cleaning list or something.
I'm with you.
And it's,
I do whatever Meryl tells me to do.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. As soon as Madeline says do this, it's done.
it's
I try to rail against it, but it's
Oh, you won't win.
no
It's
good,
futile.
really.
You'll never win.
resistance.
It's futile.
I think I look like the Borg lady. I'd like to think at times in my life I've looked like the Queen of the Borg, but yeah.
And how do you find that last time you talked a bit about independence and you doing things on your own and like that being important? Do you still feel like you do?
I haven't got independence anymore.
Right.
So
Is that like a recent change, would you say, in the last like 4 or 5 months or?
no.
No. Is this like 10 years, going back 10 years? Are you still out like visiting people on your own, or have like different things that you do on your own, like the music therapy or anything? Or
Not so much.
no?
No, and that's the thing I was talking about around trying to it's a battle not to be in control.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It really is difficult because but you are. That I am, and it's really hard not to make it feel like that. And then even if I'm say doing something that's I think is nice. Sometimes I guess Dawn just thinks like I'm telling her to do stuff. But you are going out on Friday, aren't you? Which is really nice. So absolutely nothing to do with me. I'm not involved, but trying to find things where I'm not involved and that control is not there. We've not managed it really. Everything that we've done, we do together, really, don't we?
Yeah. Is that hard for you to think about things to come up with, Dawn? And I suppose I'd ask you that as well, Tom. Like, thinking, oh, well, actually, I really fancy doing this. Like next week, is that like a really hard prospect to even...
Well, I can't plan that.
Yeah.
Far ahead. I can't plan, basically.
Yeah. Because you're more just in the moment, and that's probably why you feel like you get...
Well, no, I mean, when I went to university, I did fine art.
Yeah.
And I could just paint all day, every day. But can't do that. Yeah.
Marion lets me paint mainly the walls or the ceilings or the skating board.
But because there's always something else in the way. We've got to do this and we've got to do that. And,
yeah.
You've got to be here and you have,
We had George on, who was 11 years since diagnosis, and he said, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, started painting and listening to music. He said it was one of the things that helped him so much to, I guess, fight progression. Is it something that you've tried to do, is like focus and sit and paint, and it just doesn't happen, or?
Well, there's always something else in the way.
Right. Yeah.
So, we've got to do the kitchen, and you've got to do this, and you've got to do that.
Yeah. So you're busy, basically.
Yeah.
Well, because I think that feeling of busy is different, and that's something that's, that I've got to take into consideration, because if you were to look at what we did and how it actually isn't busy, but doing this is the day.
Yeah.
So this actually is 2 things. You had your haircut this morning, and doing this, and that is the day. You can't organise 5 things to do in a day, or and that concept of time and what happens from one day to the next, and that feeling of busyness is different, because I suppose, and that concept of time, which is, the kitchen was before Christmas, and that sense of what that felt like, I suppose, is different as well. So in my mind, we're going, well, that's, that was ages ago. It actually it was a week. It didn't take that long, and there's lots of time, but that feeling of time being different is hard to align.
Yeah.
Hard to align kind of my perception of it and Dawn's perception of it, I suppose. And then, as Dawn says, then not only that have you got to have the time, but then you've got to be in the mood as well and feel like that's what you want to do. So there's, probably we'd have to do absolutely nothing for about a month to try and get
feel
the
like
ambience correct.
Yeah.
Everything to be correct to allow that to happen.
And what about you, Tom, in terms of thinking, next week or in the next few weeks, I really fancy doing this.
Oh, no.
Do those? No.
Marion does all that anyway. No, but I'm the same. If I do this, not doing this now, this is the only thing I'll do today.
Yeah.
I'll probably go home and have a sleep. So that's it. This is my day.
Yeah. Because it takes like a lot of
A
energy.
lot of thinking, yeah.
Because you said you've recently started playing an F1 game on the simulator.
I'm no good at it. But
You enjoy
at least
it.
I can drive.
Yeah. Well, it's a new skill, which.
Well, I won't go that far.
And so, how did that come about?
Well, my son started it.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'll have a go. And also I thought I'll buy myself one.
Okay.
So I did. And but I could get told off for being on for too long, though. Don't it, dear? So.
That's because you don't get up and move there. How long are you sat in there for racing?
About 3 hours. The other day.
Wow. Okay.
Well, nothing else to do.
Yeah. There you go.
We really hope you're enjoying this podcast. We want this to be one of the best free resources for any family affected by dementia. With your help, we can build the biggest community in the world for supporting, guiding and comforting everyone who faces cognitive issues and the people around them. So please hit that subscribe button or share it with someone who needs it.
So yeah, I don't think we really spoke about that perception of time and what it's like, and like intentions and desires for when you actually don't have a huge concept of it, and then it does all then fall down to you because planning from your side isn't happening, and so then you must feel like it's all come down to you.
Yeah, and then I guess that's the thing, isn't it? It feels like all I'm ever doing is we've got to do this, we've got to do that, we're going to this place, we're going to that place, and not that big list that's in your mind of all the things that you've got to do and where you've got to be, what time you've got to be doing something.
You could forget to go. It's a perfect excuse. Go where?
I mean,
So
as there's umpteen appointments in the past that I've missed, important things as well. So try to keep up with stuff, but.
So if there was like a calendar written down and it said, right, tomorrow at 6 p.m. we're doing this, what would be your perception of like that calendar appointment? Would that be like, would you just hear that and think, oh yeah, okay, and then you would almost forget about that, or?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes I think I don't actually have to worry about something because Dawn
Alexa tells
remembers.
us a lot.
Yeah, Alexa. Take your tablets, 10:30. That some things Dawn will remember. So a tax thing came through. Randomly, Dawn's decided Dawn has to do a self-assessment tax thing.
Okay.
Don't know
Don't
what
know why.
that's all
I work for
about.
the NHS for my whole working life.
Well, it's odd. So I've said we'll ring them up because I don't understand it and don't know if it's going to come next year or whatever. And so that's on. So now Dawn's saying to me often, "What about that tax thing?"
Okay.
So there's some things that stay, but I guess it's the unresolvedness about it, isn't it? It's resolved for me. I know that it's not got to be paid till February.
Yeah.
I know these things, but I guess there are some things like that I think I don't need to worry about that because Dawn will remember it, so she'll just say,
What
"What's
about
going on?"
this? Because it's in an envelope at the end of the kitchen.
Ah,
so
okay.
that's
So you'll
where
see
your
it.
things come in. Like,
So do you use visual cues in the home for reminders or have a calendar of things that are coming up or anything like that?
no, not really.
No.
We have
done in the past.
We have we've got this kind of perspex glass green stuff in the kitchen, and Dawn bought some chalk pens, so we write on there. So a hair appointment's always on there. So we took off today's, and it'll be there for the dentist in January on something like the 29th of January.
Okay.
I mean, it's good for me because you just, every time you're cooking, you're looking at it. It's there. Every time you make a cup of tea, you can see them. She's going out on the 9th. I have my things on there.
Yeah.
There was a list of jobs. We still haven't done the power of attorney. That's one of the jobs. We did the radiators. We crossed them all off. They've been there. So that's sort of for certain appointments. We tried to do different things for what's happening today, sort of things. I don't. Nothing's really worked in that. Not for. I haven't written down what we're doing today.
Yeah.
On a board or anything anywhere. Although I did buy a calendar for Christmas and put that in a different place, so maybe it's in more than one place in the house. But I seem to constantly be wandering around finding places for things. So this is where this lives. Which I think Dawn just wants to stab me, probably, for going, why is that not in that place? This is where this thing lives. But that's because that's the place then that we all know that's where it is.
Yeah.
And then it makes life easier to do. Even in the big cupboard that we built with the drawers where you can see everything that's in it.
Yeah.
I said, we'll have to write on it. What, Dawn, you weren't keen on having it written on it, what's in it? Didn't want it at all, but I have. A bit for me as well as for you, because they're new drawers to find things. So we have written on the drawers to find things, but you don't actually look. One of the first things I bought was a calendar with the date on, so I changed that. But you don't look at it, do you? Dawn doesn't use it.
And
You don't really use.
Yeah.
Even when we wrote it up, sort of day by day, you didn't really look at it, did you?
I don't even know where it is.
What? The
Canada.
in the bedroom, on the shelves, on the drawers, on your drawers. Change it every day.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Well, it's rubbish.
And do you have a calendar, Tom,
I mean,
or
it's
like
very
a
smart.
schedule?
It's on Marin's phone.
Okay.
Everything's on Marin's phone.
Okay.
That's where my life is at the minute. Marin's phone.
So you just
Because if she tells me something like today, if I'm going somewhere, tell me I'm going somewhere tomorrow, I'll forget that. So it's better telling me on the day we're going.
And you don't use the calendar?
No.
No. Dawn doesn't.
That's what Marin's for.
And do you find Alexa useful then, Dawn?
Yeah.
And that's for medication mainly, or is
No,
it,
not really.
no?
I've usually remembered anyway.
Okay.
Because I was out today walking the dog. Dawn had to leave the house to go to the hairdressers.
Yeah.
And so Alexa said 10:45. So then Dawn knew that's time to leave the house.
Oh,
So
okay.
do little things like that with her.
Yeah.
The tablet thing, you've usually remembered by the time she says, Dawn, it's time. You usually go, shut up, Alexa.
All right. Alexa, stop.
Yeah.
And do you find Alexa's useful?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Tom?
I find it very useful.
Yeah.
It annoys my brother-in-law when I go round to his house. I can tell it to
Talk
do
to it.
things.
Yeah.
It makes noise and tells jokes. Yeah, it is. It's good for me tablets.
Yeah.
And I do have a drink when it tells me to now and again, when I can be bothered getting off the settee. Apart from that, I think it's all right. It's fine. Good for music, though,
Yeah.
and jokes.
And in the last sort of 4 months since you were on last time, have you noticed any new symptoms or new like behaviours or new things that have come as part of, your dementia, or would you say it's similar to how it was?
I think my eyesight's not quite as good as it was.
Right.
Don't know if it's my eyesight or my brain sight, really.
So that's changed.
Yeah, a bit.
Anything else?
Not really.
No.
What do you think?
And all of a sudden speak French. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Just wake up and just. I think
That's a
things are
joke.
more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she can't speak French, can you?
And how about for you, Meryl? How have you found the last few months?
Can you speak French?
Mais oui. I think I'm doing a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just working out. Well, like I said earlier, it's the same. It's, you know, I'm manoeuvring in my mind, trying to work out what's best not to. Well, yeah, I feel like I'm in control much more, which is uncomfortable a bit. And although by nature I like to be in control a little bit, so then I'm fighting, you know, being in control. It's a thing. It's a thing.
So for the listeners, I was just laughing because Dawn raised her eyebrows. If you're not watching on YouTube, just so you know, I wasn't laughing at Meryl.
Yeah. And for Diane, I'm a Taurian, and that's why can't bear that.
And do you feel supported in like the changes or how it's changing? Do you feel like you have space and support yourself?
It's, I mean, I haven't said this to Dawn yet, but I've never gone to anything. I mean, I don't like being called a carer, for one, but I haven't really, I mean, we meet. I've never really gone to anything where I've just talked and chatted with other people in a similar situation. And I think it's that thing about trying not to do everything, which would be easy to do everything, wouldn't it? It'd be easy for me to cook the dinner every day rather than say to Dawn, do you fancy cooking the dinner? And then she'll go, bloody hell, I'm always cooking the dinner. That was an impersonation of yesterday. Won't you make the dinner?
I made a lovely chilli.
Did make a lovely chilli and the rice. So it's hard working out the thing of pushing, because so that you don't end up doing, you know, Dawn doesn't end up sitting around in the house doing nothing, which on one level you probably quite like. It's not. Yeah, for the listeners, she's nodding and saying, yeah, please leave me alone and let me just do nothing all day. Please, please. Because that isn't, you know, so when we walk in the dark, which doesn't always go well because we don't slip the other day, and we could go along a path and it do very easily, or we could go and have a little bit of a challenge and do, you know, the things that make you think. But then making that happen is a bit uncomfortable as well. So it's
hard. I mean, sat here now, Dawn, if, you know, there's the whole, what we've learned from like neuroscience and all the people that we've spoke to, you know, it's like use it or lose it. And obviously you've got cognitive issues and dementia. So like saying to you, like being really active and learning new skills and going for walks and conversing and doing things, do you agree that that's good for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then in the moment it feels hard. Is that like in the tension?
In certain situations, yes.
Yeah. But then you do know it's kind of like, okay, I'm getting pulled around, but do you deep down know, okay, well, this is probably a good thing that I'm not sat here doing nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not daft.
No, I know, yeah. Absolutely.
So,
although you did slip over when we were.
Did.
It's very cross.
Slid all the way down this bank.
The dog wanted to go up a bank, so I said, come on, we can get up there all right.
You could do it, she said.
And Tom, you're happy to be dragged around from pillar to post?
Oh, it's fine. That's my life sorted then, you see, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I have problems. I can't do as much as I used to do.
Yeah.
But Manny keeps telling me not to do anything, but I can't just sit there and do nothing. If I know something's got to be done, I'll just get up and do it.
Wow.
But that's just me.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Everyone's different. And I guess that before you were diagnosed, you were both quite independent people, I get the sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's maybe that's why it's totally different for you having these cognitive issues as opposed to Tom, because Tom's maybe more amiable to just going along with whatever, whereas you're seeing the perception of like losing independence and stuff.
It's funny. I was well, we were talking a while ago now about how different it would be if it was the other way around. And it's interesting to see like what different. Well, and how different that. I guess that how much that would be in our relationship and the things that we're doing, and that how I would deal with it and how Dawn does. It. Yeah, it's interesting. To
Yes,
know
because
that
you said if you had a
dementia.
the same as me, that she'd kill herself.
Well, I would.
No.
Well, I know I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Right.
I would be planning to go. I wouldn't want to dwindle away. I would at some point end it without a doubt.
I said that to Marion when I first got diagnosed.
That's
When it
not.
get-
I don't mean as I would now.
No.
If I was living in the same position in the same point in it, wasn't saying that as soon as I got diagnosed.
Yeah.
But there would be a point where I would think, no, I would want. Well, I'm told you, I'm a control freak. I would want to control it, and I would want.
And for you, yeah.
And that to me, I mean, it's a philosophy I have in my life anyway. To me, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be keen on hanging around to the very last breath just because you want to hang on to the very last breath. I would not really
Well,
be
that's the whole
interested in
debate.
hanging on to the very last breath.
Yeah. That's the whole
That
debate
would be
going
my
through
choice.
the
Yeah,
Parliament
yeah,
at the
yeah.
moment, isn't it? And
Yeah.
there's two sides to that.
Well, yeah. And so there's it would be a fine line to work out the point where you're in control and you're not where you have capacity and you don't have capacity.
Yeah.
And that would be the thing you have to work out for yourself. But
That's why it's such a complicated issue, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah. And it's incredibly different for
Everybody,
different people.
yeah.
And that'll be, that'll be a battle with the people who love you, who would want you to hang around.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't think I would want to hang around.
Yeah. And coming back to the support aspect of, do you ask for support or help, or do you seek it out at all?
I don't. But I also think I'm not far away from changing things. So our life hasn't changed massively. And I've done lots of things, do lots of things the same. I do little bits of work.
Yeah.
I do some things that I enjoy. I volunteer. But I think some of those things, we're not far away from those things stopping. And for it to be more kind of, I've got to have to put more time in.
And do you think,
I mean, at the minute, we're just getting by, aren't we? In the time that, I'm not saying the time that we have, but that sounds odd. But I guess because I'm retired, sorry. We can just do things, and it's not. I don't have to not do things to enable us to do things. But I think that
might change.
I think that'll change, and I do know that there are people around. We did sort of manoeuvre for you to go Christmas shopping with somebody else, not me. So I would have a nice present that I didn't know about.
yeah, because we had a good
Which is lovely.
episode talking about that, about how people who are supporting people living with dementia, struggle to ask for help or don't necessarily plan what it might look like when things change. And that seems to be like really helpful conversations to have early. Like if you do have to give up certain things that you currently enjoy, well, what's going to replace that, or how are you going to feel supported? Because otherwise, I guess you would want Meryl to keep, to be supported, and to, if she does have to give up certain things, replacing it with other things that can help her to stay happy, healthy, all those types of things. I suppose there wasn't a question there, sorry. I'm just looking at you. But I guess there's an assumption that if things change for Meryl, you'd want it to change, but her to still remain happy and positive. And yeah.
I mean, she's grumpy enough, is it? I don't want to get even more unhappy.
No, that's the only the only one thing was we were talking with your mum before Christmas, and Dawn's going to spend a couple of days with her mum a month.
Okay.
Some of that's for your mum as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I sort of said to Dawn's mum, that would be nice for me, but it's also nice for her mum because her mum's on her own now.
Yeah. And will that be in your mum's house or in your house?
Yeah, I'll go and see him, Mum.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
stay for a couple of days.
Are you looking forward to that?
Well, I'd have to see how it goes, eh?
Yeah.
It's hard,
what
isn't
it's
it? 'Cause
like,
it's
yeah.
lovely. I mean, that's what.
I mean, Mum's really independent. She's in her 80s, but she's got more going on than I have.
Well, yeah, but she hasn't. She could be doing so much more, couldn't she? She doesn't really. So there's something about a mum having company, but your mum has turned into your mum, hasn't she? But a mum used to.
She's always been my mum.
Yeah. Like your mum of a little girl. But she did, she's, because you lost your dad this last year, not this year now, it's last year now.
Yeah.
And she always poured his tea, put the milk and sugar in, stirred the tea, did everything. She was very traditional in that way and did everything. Of course, now he's gone.
Yeah.
And now she's doing that for you, isn't she? Just even though she could hardly move her arm, she's like this, holding her arm up to pour the tea. But if you try and get the tea, she's now, and that irritates you a bit, doesn't it? So it will only be a couple of days, and she's never going to see this podcast.
Right.
So that is a bit irritating. So it will only ever be a couple of days because it gets on your nerves a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, and
You have to keep going. She doesn't need you to do those things.
yeah,
But you've almost taken the place, I suppose, of that caring role that she had to Dawn's dad anyway, and then did because he had dementia, and so she was caring for him in the end.
Yeah.
And
she was always
She was.
cared
Yeah, it
for him
didn't change that much
from the day she met him.
Yeah, yeah.
Looking after him.
Well, it'll be interesting to hear how that goes. You can come back on again in a few months.
Yeah.
It'd be good to hear how it goes with those changes and see if you're still doing the music therapy and all that. It's nice to keep in touch, and I think for the listeners to see, what the realities are really of when things change and how you manage it and what you do. Yeah.
Because the music did end, and that was the one thing you really enjoyed, wasn't it? But now she's going to be coming to us.
For the music therapy?
Yeah, starts next Tuesday. So she's going to come to
us. Yeah,
ours.
I think we're having Lizzie on, who's the music
she's
therapist,
fab.
in a couple of
She's
weeks. So it'll
absolutely.
be great to hear
you love
about.
it, don't you?
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing, that and the music, that we've found that and I think Chris just did both them things, didn't he? Didn't mention him the last time we was on. And I felt so bad because really both those
He led you
things
to both of those things, yeah.
He blimmin' did, yeah, he did.
And do you listen to music then outside of the music therapy?
Well, we do. We've got a little band going, haven't we? Still.
Yeah.
But do you listen to Spotify or records or CDs, whatever?
It's a record.
We don't. We don't.
No.
We listen to Pick of the Pops when we're doing something.
Might be worth having a look, because if the
Well,
music therapy's doing a lot for you.
It's, but it's, and it's the modern world, because as I said, we don't do that online business, so we don't Spotify or Amazon Music or anything. And then for Dawn's, because you have to pay for it, and can't be doing with that, can you?
Well, I do. Yeah,
Paying for music, what's that all about?
Yeah.
So
I do put some music on sometimes when you're not around.
Yeah. And a CD player, as you had in the old days, where you would just, we have got a record player.
Yeah.
But the room that the record player and all the music is in has been a big dumping ground.
Right.
And so the next job is to make that accessible.
Yeah.
But a CD, just have a CD player in the corner and you put a CD out, getting music in that easy way.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore.
No, it's
you
not.
can't just pick what you want and then, Alexa goes, I don't know what that is. I can't find that.
Yeah, might be worth looking into, because we had Dean from Playlist for Life, and obviously you found the
Yeah,
music
we met
therapy really helpful. I think, listening to music for an hour or two a day, especially if it's stuff that you love, he was saying like it lights up the brain, it can give you a lot of positive feelings, and it's like another form of using your brain, I guess, even if you weren't doing that much or when you're cooking or something. So it's definitely worth something looking into.
Listen to the radio a lot.
Do you? Yeah.
Radio 4, yeah. Now
Nice.
that I'm old.
That's it. Yes, we do that rather than music, don't we? There's some things sometimes when the music's on.
Yeah.
And no, so I said we need to get a little CD player, and Dawn's mum bought her, but it's a little CD Walkman
Right.
thing, and because I did think, oh God, that's a good idea, because then you can just put on, because we've got masses of them, haven't we?
Yeah.
CDs, and
Yeah.
still got some tapes. Nothing to play the tapes on now. The tape machine broke, but
There you go. Do you
and
listen to music?
vinyl. We've got vinyl as well.
Yeah, well, I'll just ask Alexis to just put something on, like the 80s or the 90s, and listen to that, yeah. I do like I'd sing myself, though. I like me singing, but some people don't like me singing.
That's
So
because you're singing Christmas songs.
Oh, all year round, but what does it matter?
No, absolutely
yeah, I
not.
enjoy it. Get Alexa to put music on for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. It is. And yeah, like I say, if we're doing anything and we put on Pick of the Pops on, if it's the year, and then that does make you think, oh God, I love this song, or remember when we did this, or
Yeah. Especially if the music therapy you find really helpful, then it can't hurt to be carrying that forward every day, isn't it? And
yeah.
cool. Well, thanks so much for coming back on. It's been a real pleasure. We're going to have a little break, and then we're going to do this watch a clip from an old episode, if you don't mind sticking around for that.
No.
Cool. So we'll have a little break and be back soon. Thanks.
We hope you're enjoying listening to our podcasts.
If you'd like to come on the show,
You can get in touch with us
if you're a scientist or a health expert,
if you're living with dementia or you're supporting anyone with dementia.
then drop us a line.
You can email us on hello@fightingdementiapod.com.
Now, not always are we going to figure out what that past is, but there's a language and a way we can provide care that can make them feel still heard and understood, even if we can't understand what they might be telling us, right? Speech can be an issue at some point. They can't communicate. But if I know that this person, suffered a trauma when they were a child, that's going to be incredibly important for me to know when I'm caring for a loved one who has dementia.
That makes
if
sense.
I'm aware of that trauma.
Wow.
Well, yeah,
There you go. I picked
that made sense.
picked a really light clip there. That was good. So yeah, that was a lady who was an expert and a psychotherapist who specialises in supporting people living with dementia and supporting the person who's supporting someone living with dementia. And it was all about understanding what someone who's been diagnosed has been through in their childhood and how that might come up during, cognitive issues and stuff.
Yeah. Gosh.
It was quite complex, and we're actually going to we're actually getting a copy of her book and going to have her back on to talk about it further.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Tom was not a fan of. You struggled to follow along
It
with
just
it.
went too in depth for me when I went over my head.
Yeah.
Takes away, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, okay then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was about. I guess it was about. It was what I've realised watching the episode back, because it was complicated. Was that it's almost like if you've never done therapy, if you've never talked about childhood traumas, if you've never talked about this, then having dementia and having cognitive issues might be a time to do it, because it might come up anyway based on your cognitive issues and stuff.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you, Tom?
Not really, no.
No.
That's the thought that of something that you might have dealt with, and then it come back as if you haven't again, and reliving it again, which is very possible.
Yeah.
Is Gosh, that would be an awful thing to happen, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well,
And
I think
then, as
it's
you say, having somebody who's got some idea of what it is that you're all of a sudden talking about that you've not talked about, that possibly even your loved ones don't know about, that you might have kept so hidden.
yeah, exactly.
That'll freely come out.
Yeah, because
Gosh.
you were mentioning before about singing Christmas songs,
No,
and I guess that's partly to do with something to do with childhood that just makes you probably feel happy. Is it? Do you think?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I just think I'm like singing more than anything. My trying to get to go to these singing things for Singing for the Brain, but I won't go.
No.
Mainly because I can't read fast enough the words on the piece of paper.
Yeah.
So I don't bother. I'll just make my own up as I go along.
What about for you, Dawn? Does that resonate with you where any childhood stuff comes up recently, or have you reflected on childhood or any past stuff? Like, does that come up for you at all, or is that not really in your consciousness? No. Because do you have like long-term memory issues, or can you? Because you were talking before about your mum and dad and how your mum cared for your dad. Do you remember most of that stuff reasonably well in terms of the past memories?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about for you, Tom? Do you as well?
What?
Remember growing up and being on the ships and everything?
I remember going on the ships, and I can remember being a little one. But apart from that's the one thing I do remember when I was little, playing Batman. But I can't remember much else.
Right.
Yeah, being at sea, I can remember lots of that, but I don't know where I've been. Because I can't remember where I've been.
Yeah. It's interesting because she was American, that lady, obviously, and I think they live in such a therapy culture that so many people are doing therapy. It's like when she was talking to us, it's like she's talking to us like everyone in the room's done therapy.
Yeah.
Because everyone in America has done therapy.
And certainly the people, I guess, that they would engage with
Yeah.
a lot will be talking about those things where everyone's on the same page, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why the episode was really fascinating, but then also kind of difficult to follow along, because unless you know about therapy or understand what it's about, like healing and going through past whatever, and that makes you understand your behaviour today, it was like that was the base knowledge, and then it's like layering this on top and how it might present with cognitive issues and stuff, which is interesting. But I guess the problem with all that, and that's probably why she's written a book to help understand it, is therapy is expensive, isn't it?
It'd be interesting to know if the book's how easy to read the book is.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's why
may or may not help.
That's why we're going to buy a copy, try and read it, or at least glance over most of it, and then get her back on to talk about it. So
I'll be all right as an audio book. That'd be better. Just sit
There
and
you go.
listen.
yeah. Well, if we can get an audio book, we will, won't we?
Yeah.
There we go. Cool. Well, thanks again for coming on. And hope to have you back on in a few months, and we'll see you at the groups anyway.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, thanks very much. Cheers, Dawn.
All right.
Thank you very much.
See you later. Thanks for listening.
Thanks so much for listening today. I hope that anyone gets any help out of this. You've enjoyed it.
Thanks again for listening today. Just a reminder to do your own research. We always take guests, scientists, researchers, people supporting people living with dementia, people living with dementia at their word. They might talk about things that are new in science. They might talk about things that have really helped them. So just a reminder, do your own research. And thanks again for listening.